All right, we're back in the second hour. Had a little technical difficulty there. Sorry about that, you guys, but that's how it goes when you're on the internet because the government is trying to shut down free information, and we're giving it out free. Donovan Sadiq, I'm going to lead this second hour of Loving the Skin I'm In. I'm with my compadre, D, the hot chick.
Hey, yeah, right.
And a big shout out to Al Jackson down in Houston and what's his friend's name? Ebony Egerton, whatever her name is, in Utah. And all my friends all my friends worldwide. We're going to talk about the Kenneka Jenkins case. Now, the coroner recently came out and said that it was ruled an accident. This girl's going to go down 9 flights of stairs or 9 stories, walk all over the hotel for over an hour to go into a remote kitchen that is an upper kitchen, not the lower kitchen. And according to her lawyer, the kitchen that you see, that the media keeps telling you that that's the kitchen, is not the kitchen she was found in. She goes into the back of the upper kitchen to a remote part of a kitchen that is not even being used, opens a door that is very hard to open. You cannot close it from the inside, turns a left, opens another door, and walks into the freezer part of it when there is an exit door right next to where she was going. So it opens up a lot of questions that this is not an accident. And I don't know why the coroner has ruled this an accident when he said that she had seizure medicine in regards to a high alcohol level in her system.
Oh.
So how could you rule it an accident if she was roofied and she ended up killing herself, which would be a definition of manslaughter? Because sometimes you can get roofied or dirt like that and you didn't intend somebody to die. Mm-hmm. So whoever roofied her would be charged with manslaughter. So how could he say it was an accident?
You got me. I mean, to me, this looks like they
want to close the door as quickly as possible.
They're going to go away, like they always do. Right. The protesters, it was a hot topic for a minute, but yeah.
Well, the thing is, the Matlocks and the, I like to call myself Quincy. Remember that show, Quincy? With Jack Klugman? He was the original CSI. So for you young people, look up Jack Klugman, Quincy. It's probably on YouTube. He was the original CSI guy.
Love for Quincy.
Yes,
that's
that was
how
a good
I even
show.
Started watching.
My youngest son is named Quincy. So not off the show, but Quincy means 5. So he was the 5th grandson on his month. Anyway,
look at that.
Yes. So there's something like that.
Educated.
But the Kenneka thing, it's just opening up more questions. So if you looked at, when they found her, to me it looks like it's a staged event because there was no CSI there. There were no pictures taken. Because usually if something happened to your daughter, God forbid, and that won't happen in Vienna, but they're not going to move the body from where it's at. They're not going to put it on a gurney for you and stretch it out. You want to see your daughter's body, it's going to be clumped up where they found her.
Right.
And there's going to be pictures taken of the scene.
So how does Miss Martin's man get into this?
Okay. A lot of questions came up in regards to Teresa THAHOTCHICK Martin's man and what this role this guy plays. Is that her name on Facebook? No, she's cleaned it up a little bit. And let me put this disclaimer out there. Fuck you motherfuckers out there that have an opinion with no theory or no facts. If you don't like what you're hearing and you don't like what you're seeing, keep it moving. But this is the facts that I know of. And what you're hearing is my cat, Misty, singing. She likes to sing.
I think Misty was agreeing, talking about,
yes. Belle, get over here. So she's talking to the dog, by the way. So anyway, these women love me. I surround myself with women at all times. So that's my cat, Misty, and she usually jumps on the table. But anyway, back to Hot Chick Martin. In the last hour, I had asked you in regards to our women and what is going on in our community. Now, Miss Martin has made a lot of missteps. She said she stopped the protest, which is almost nobody out there, in regards to getting answers. Mm-hmm. So they've given her the answers. Why is she still protesting the hotel?
I don't know. I don't know why she's protesting, but some have said maybe she's attention.
Yeah, she likes attention. But she said that she was not shown the camera of the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's probably true, Miss Martin. And I understand where you're coming from, but when you had the opportunity to be there and they're showing you everything that took place, why weren't you pitching a bitch right then and there? Because you were in a position to do that.
Well, some would argue maybe she was grief-stricken, not really. Because, you're grief-stricken, you're not really in your right mind.
Okay, you're grief-stricken. After Kanika was laid to rest, she went to the hotel to protest that she had called off. She went to the hotel to protest, and you're dancing and jigging at the hotel. Ain't no stopping us now. I know a lot of you guys have seen the video. I mean, I don't know. And everybody makes excuses. Oh, everybody grieves different. There's a lot of missteps that this lady has done in regards. And in my last video, over 2,000 something people saw it. Thank you guys for watching it. I come from logic, and I think logically, and I think clearly about what I see.
Mm-hmm.
A grieving mother, if your daughter, you said it 100,000 times, you'd be upset and stuff like that. If I saw my daughter in a murder scene like in that, I'm not going to look for 5-7 seconds and just walk. I'm going to look at the body. I'm going to say, get the fuck out the way. I'm going to do what I got to do.
You know what?
This lady has been emotionless.
But me too, however. Because I just don't want, for me, I don't think there's a rule book or a blueprint on grief. I don't think it's a cookie cutter approach. Okay, first you see the body, then you fall out.
No, there isn't.
For everybody, it's different.
But wait a minute. But every time, highlight, whatever, she never even talk about her daughter. She doesn't even talk about it. No, it's not. It's a function. But you see what I'm saying, though? Right. She doesn't even talk about her daughter. Y'all be peaceful. Y'all be this. She's always talking about God, but cursing every second word.
That is baffling.
So here's my thing, and I had said this a long time ago, and a lot of people were cursing me out. Fuck you. Fuck you. Anybody that looks like you. Because my theories that I've been putting out have almost exactly been spot on, have they not?
I would say so. I mean, from what because I haven't been following that close,
but in some of the things that have come out, I said I was one of the first people that said, "Wow, she's acting, kind of strange."
So how does her man come into this?
I'm getting to that right now.
Wait it, brother.
So, but I want to give a disclaimer. You don't like what you're hearing. You don't like what you're saying. Get the fuck on. Simple as that. Okay? This is my theory.
But we would that you stay.
Yes.
And sort of get some education as we are educating ourselves as well.
But if you put some bullshit on my page, I'm blocking your ass. So just be aware of that. So here's the thing. Because I'm not tolerating ignorance. I'm serious. A lot of you people are not logical thinkers. Was I not one of the people that said if you're raised in a certain environment, you act a certain way? You're a product of that environment. Did I not say that?
I think that's a given, yeah.
But that's logical, right?
Logical.
Doesn't mean it's right, but it's logical.
Right, it's logical.
So if I'm a white person, I'm used to riches and things like that. I don't know nothing about the ghetto, right? Right.
You only know what you've been shown on
right,
TV,
or what you've been educated or whatever.
Your homie from the office who's black might have
right.
told you.
Right. I know everything about a black person because I have one black friend.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
I have black friends.
But isn't it logical to think that way? If you're in an environment, you're a product of your environment.
Right.
I'm a military. I've been in the military all my life. I was born in the military. I know military things.
Right.
I'm, more so than you do.
Yeah.
So
I don't profess to be a military nodal.
Right. But see what I'm saying? So I've been looking at this logically all the way down. So before we get into that, I'm going to show you the video of Mrs. Jenkins after she laid Kanika to rest. Take a look at it.
Hey, go ahead and hit it one time. Hit it one time. Hit it one time. Hit it one time, mama. Go ahead. Go ahead, hit it one time. Come on. Okay, come on. Here we go. Here we go. We family up here, y'all. We have a... Now we on the move. Hey. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Look, hey. Hey. Hey, where the rest of it? Wait. Come on, you gotta do it. Come on, y'all gotta do it.
We got a long, long way to go. And where we end up, I don't know.
So there's the video. It's a big party, whatever. I don't know any person in my lifetime that just laid their loved one to rest and you're partying and all that. You said you got the answers. Wait a minute. You said you got the answers you wanted. They showed you the videotapes, whatever. Why are you at that hotel protesting?
Okay, well, I just like to go back to your first point. When my mother passed almost a year ago.
Yes.
We were at
and you were balling. No,
we threw a party. It's called a repass. It's what we do in the black community. I went to a funeral of my aunt's.
Okay, stop right there. Year. You threw a repass.
It was a party.
Right, but you did not go to a hotel to protest and party down there. That's my point.
But I'm just saying, in our community, we are known to maybe have a little, celebration of life is what we call it. Yes. Afterwards, we don't want to sit around and be like, "Oh gosh, Jan was just so." But we want to remember that life.
And I understand
music,
that.
Some chicken wings.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what we would do in a regular setting. This lady went down to a hotel to protest the hotel. When you called off the protest, you got the answer supposedly that you wanted to get. Now they won't show you shit. You have lawyers that have been investigating this. You should fall back and just relax and recover from your chemo or whatever you're going through and let the process play out. Because when you had your opportunity to answer these questions or to bring these things to light, you didn't do so. Because if I was in her situation and they're showing me this camera, and showing me what they think happened, I'd be like, you know what? Lie. You know what? I was there and the camera wasn't working here. It doesn't make sense to me. They said she did this, she did that. I think the tapes were edited. That doesn't even look like Kanika. She was 110 pounds and the coroner's saying she's 160. She isn't saying any of these things. But let me digress to you.
Hey, I'm just listening to you.
So logically, I've been following this thing correct. Now, you're a product of your environment. Her boyfriend, remember, I was one of the first that said, her daughter just died, why would she put I'm in a relationship, and you defended it, of course.
Yeah, I mean, she might want everybody to, maybe she has, a few people sliding.
Wait a minute, but a few weeks before that, she was asking somebody to take her to where?
To the movies or something.
And she was like, anybody take me to the movies.
Y'all just ain't gonna get that poor lady a break. But no, get on with it, brother. What's going on with her man?
So, from what I understand is her man, and I'll put the video up and have you guys say, well, you know what, let's just put the video up now and you guys take a look at it.
Planet of the Fakes and the Kanika deception. Teresa Martin's boyfriend is a convicted murderer on a parole. B46850, Coleman, James. Parent institution, Jacksonville Correctional Center. Offender status, parole. Location, Parole District 1. Physical profile. Date of birth, September 24, 1971. Weight, 190 pounds. Hair, black. Sex, male. Height, 5 feet 06 in. Race, black. Eyes, brown. Marks, scars, and tattoos. Scar, arm, left. Tattoo, chest, crescent moon 7,5 pt star L.C. Scar, cheek, face, left, burn. Admission/release/discharge info. Admission date, October 8, 1993. Parole date, September 20, 2016. Projected discharge date, September 20, 2019. Sentencing information. MIT IMUS, 91CR25072. Class, M. Count, 1. Offense, murder/intent to kill/injure. Custody date, September 20, 1991. Sentence, 50 years 0 months 0 days. County, Cook. Sentence discharged, no. The information made available on this database services for the general public and law enforcement to promote the interest of public safety. The best effort has been made to ensure that information published is true and complete, however the information can quickly change. Accordingly, before making any assumption that said information is factual and complete, Please send written correspondence to the Illinois Department of Corrections Public Information Office, 1301 Concordia Court P.O. Box 19277 Springfield, Illinois 62794-9277. Please see the Illinois Department of Corrections full disclaimer page for important information. So what do you think? Coincidence, or Mother Teresa's protection? Like, follow, comment, share and subscribe. Planet of the Fakes. And the Ken-Nika Deception.
Begging for help. The police department couldn't even help us. After they found my baby dead, they couldn't even help us. The best!
So supposedly her man was convicted in 1993 of murder. In that murder, he recently got out in 2016.
Oh, last year.
Last year.
That's recent.
And like I said, I don't know the man's situation, don't care to know the man's situation. But when your stuff goes public, I'm going to comment on it like anybody else does. And you can comment on mine, but I'm going to block your ass if you do some stupid shit.
He ain't going to block you.
If you do some stupid shit, I'm going to block your ass. But here's the thing. My question is this. Why? And I asked you the second hour. If I came to you, D, and I said, yeah, I've been in prison for over 20-something years for murder. And I'm going to say, well, maybe it was an accident. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. But what if it wasn't? I told you I've been in jail for murder. I am now 47 years old. What kind of future can I give you or us together?
I'm just going to go off of myself.
Use your logic.
I probably wouldn't date somebody who just got out of prison for murder, just, because I'm older now. Mm-hmm. When I was younger, I might have entertained it. I'm not going to lie, because and when we're younger, it's like, he can change, I'm going to help him. I'm just not that one, plus I got a man. Mm-hmm. So that wouldn't be for me. I don't know.
Now, remember I said you're a product of your environment.
Right.
It is known that, I don't care what anybody says, Kanika Jenkins, Monifa, all these people are gang affiliated. Now, the word affiliate, you can take that however you want to take it. Okay, doesn't mean she's in a gang. It just means she's affiliated.
Did she meet the man out of prison, or what?
I don't know the specifics of that. I don't know the specifics of that. But the man just came out of prison last year.
So perhaps they just met.
Right, but my point
he was in there for 20 years.
He was convicted in 1993. He was incarcerated, I believe, in 1991. They held him in 1990, and he got convicted in 1993.
I mean, yeah, I don't honestly know how to answer that from everybody else's standpoint. I could just answer from my own now. As a 46-year-old woman, no, I would not be entertaining a man who just got out of prison for murder.
Right. Okay. So, but remember, and I'm leading all this into something. Remember, I told you you're a product of your environment, mm-hmm. right? I'm just using logic. Maybe the reason why she wasn't emotional and she isn't emotional. And I saw it when I was in Afghanistan. I saw it when I was in Iraq. Mm-hmm. I saw it in several disheartening areas of combat. Mm-hmm. When you're so used to a war-like environment, you become numb to what's happening. This lady has 6 children, or had 6 children. I believe she only has 2 to 3 left. I'm not sure what the deal is. Maybe it desensitized and she was like, well, it is what it is.
It could be. I mean, that really could be the answer. But again, I mean, a lot of people just... Maybe that's how she's coping, by going on to protest and just staying busy.
But if you're going to protest, like I said, she's making all the missteps. You should be protesting the police department, who is now in charge of the investigation.
Have you reached out to the hot chick, Teresa Martin?
No.
Maybe you should.
No, I'm not.
And say...
Because I don't reach out to ignorant people.
But I'm saying... because
she's a very ignorant person. No, because she... Wait. No, I'm going to cut you off right there, because... I don't have time to deal with women, and it's obvious she doesn't listen to
Okay, let me say this.
People.
I hear what you're saying, but this is always my admonishment, not just to you, but just even to myself. We can no longer just talk about people without at least offering a solution or reaching out to them. Otherwise, we're just talking about people.
Sure.
So... that's why I asked you, have you thought to reach out to her? Maybe she doesn't have somebody like you in her corner who is, maybe a little bit more of a rational figure.
No, I'm going to have to doubt that, because now that there's a liability issue and there's money, she has all kinds of people.
I said rational.
She has lawyers that are rational. She has lawyers. No. I mean, she's in a situation to where she's going to get paid for a liability issue. She has competent lawyers.
Okay, but I'm saying
that are advising.
Right, but I'm saying you have Well, obviously they're not too competent because from what you're saying, she's not.
No, she's not listening. She's
right.
not listening.
Okay, but maybe she needs to hear it from you.
No, she don't need to hear it from me.
Maybe she does. I mean, you talk about all the time how you see a young man who you talk about the young man who approached you, wanted you to sign some petitions of his, but you said his presentation was off. He had a do-rag on. He was sagging. Right. He wasn't knowledgeable about the petitions you asked him. So instead of you saying, "Man, get out of my face with that," you said, "You know what? Let me help you."
Okay, no, I agree with what you're saying, but I'm not stupid either. You know, I'm not stupid. There are some people that it's obvious that this woman does not take advice. She rules to roost in her house. She's ratchet and whatever. And I don't waste my time with that.
You could be the one.
No, I don't waste my time with that.
Try it.
No, I'm not. That's not my job to do that. I understand what you're saying.
But
I don't waste my time on things that can't be done.
All I'm saying is that we spend a lot of time talking about her, so why not just...
No, a lot of people, it's obvious, if I'm a lawyer and you're in that situation, God forbid, and I'm telling you, you want to keep a low profile. You do not want to be that. I'm very sure they are.
You think so?
Yes. What lawyer is going to have his client out there like a damn plumb fool making all these bad mistakes to where it's going to encroach on an award that she might get? Now, I took law in college. I'm telling you.
Yes, did I.
Right. But I'm telling you, and you know this, when you have a client that does not want to take your advice, it is more likely you're going to lose that case.
Well, I mean, it's not her case to lose because the liability is because
no, we understand that. But what I'm saying is, though, I don't want a client that is not going to take my advice that I give you. At this point, the girl has been laid to rest, whatever. She needs to let the law process play out and keep a low profile at this time.
Oh, no, I do agree with that. I was just coming from a standpoint of, a lot of times in our community, and I'll just take it, I see a lot of people on social media making fun of this, that, and the other, whatever, instead of maybe coming up with a solution. And I'm not just saying this to you, because I don't think you do this a lot. You don't do this a lot. But we got to get out of the habit of chastising and castigating our people. We have to.
I'm not chastising. I'm pointing out there's something wrong.
There's a little bit of
there is because you got to chastise because, like I said, if she's going to be doing these things, why are you protesting the hotel? You should be at the police department at this point.
I agree, and this is the problem that I have a lot with your Tommies. Okay, your Tommies of the world. I mean, as I always say, Tommy is getting paid for demeaning black women. So his interest is not in educating us. And then, so a lot of times, black men will say, "Oh, black women don't listen to us."
They
that
don't.
is part
you guys
of the
don't.
truth. However,
you
I just think I'm gonna just go ahead.
And don't.
I'm gonna just go ahead and put it
See?
out there
Right now. Look, D, be quiet. Be quiet.
You don't tell me what to do. My daddy lives in Lancaster. You don't tell me what to do.
See what I'm talking about? Point made. Point made.
But I'm just saying there might be, a lot of people say that the black man has lost some of his ability to lead the black woman.
Not all of us. Not all of us.
Some will argue that, And so on one hand, you have a Tommy who is constantly just murdering the reputation of black women. And
women are falling right into that trap.
In all fairness, black women do play a role in some of that, but he is getting paid off of that. So it is not his interest to educate black women, but that's what he should be doing if he's really, because he comes off as, so I don't know if he's trying to let his listeners know the pitfalls of black women, or is he trying to educate black women? What's this?
No, his show has nothing to do with educating black women. That's a misnomer.
So his deal is making money on
No.
So then he's
no. Wait, let me answer your question.
Okay, let me just say this.
His show is not about educating black women.
His show is about being a minstrel on the damn Chitlin circuit.
No.
Yes, it is.
Okay, here's the deal.
Because he's a coon and a buffoon who gets on there and makes his dollars off of talking bad about black women.
Go, girl. That's right. That's right. Okay.
That's what he does.
Okay. That's a good observation. That's a good opinion.
It's the truth.
Okay. That is your truth. I'm going to answer your question.
I'm going to listen.
His show is not to educate women. And that's... Wait, let me finish.
It's to educate men.
It's to educate men.
About what?
About what you're dealing with.
What are they dealing with?
Loudmouth,
That's me.
See how you're getting upset?
I'm far from upset. If I was upset, I'd take
but what I'm
too.
saying, you just try to stab me.
Thank you.
But that's my point. See what I'm saying? You're saying it is he's trying to educate women. No, that isn't what his show's about at all.
He's trying to educate men.
He's talking to men.
About what?
He's talking to men what you're dealing with.
About
what you
what?
got to put up with. I'm telling you.
What are y'all putting up
Look at
with?
how these women are acting. Why are you going after this type of woman when you should be going for an educated, beautiful, natural sister? That's what he's saying.
Okay, I get all that. However,
I just answered your question.
Okay, thank you for answering your question. But shouldn't you also live up to what you're looking for?
Possibly.
Not no damn possibly.
Possibly.
It's possibly. How the hell is Tommy gonna sit up and talk about black women all day long and cashing these? He said he don't have a problem with cashing checks that he's getting off of talking about black women.
Wait, what did I tell you before about Tommy?
That he's an opportunist.
That's his hustle.
He's an opportunist.
That's his hustle.
And there's a lot of unfortunate black men who amen that nonsense. Now,
no. There are more women that amen it. There are more simp men talking about, Tommy a gay, Tommy this, Tommy, no,
why
you know
they
it's true.
Be simps because they sticking up for black women.
No, because what I'm saying is, if you have a disagreement, like me and you have a disagreement right now, right?
We're not disagreeing.
Wait. Well, our difference of opinion.
We're disagreeing.
We have a difference of opinion. Okay. You're giving me your reason.
I'm being contrary.
No. But you're giving me your reasons and you're backing it up with your facts. I'm backing up with my facts and my opinions. Don't just say he gay. That doesn't win you an argument.
Well, I've seen a lot of educated black men take Tommy to task with facts.
Okay.
And so, is it not a fact, my brother, that this man has or had a problem paying his child support?
That is true.
So how the hell are you talking about black women when you are a lackluster black man?
Wait a minute. I agree with you. He had a problem with that. He had a problem with this. He had a problem with that. He had a problem. Wait. He had a problem with this. All these problems. But that does not circumvent his right to say what he wants to say.
Absolutely. Listen, they say this is the land of the free.
That's right.
I don't know how free it is for
his
some of us.
First Amendment right to speak.
He can do all of that. However, let's call a spade a spade. And I wasn't trying to be funny, no pun intended.
Call it a spade.
But the man don't give a damn about educating you. He don't care about educating you as a man about black women. He is cashing a check. That's all he's trying to do. Because if he really wanted to do that, he would come with some educational value. He's not doing anything but calling black women bitches and hoes and all hair hats and all this other stuff.
I'm gonna disagree with you, because any man that is halfway educated or has a pride about himself and his community is going to take what he's saying
and get a black woman.
No. You know, I've never dated a white woman in my life.
And you bet not.
I'm looking for one, but I'm not that. But in all thing, no. But what I'm saying is, no matter what he's saying, okay, do I agree with him saying all black women are bitches? No, I don't agree with that. So I throw that away.
Right.
Do I agree with him with hair hats? I agree with that.
We know you don't like the weave.
I don't like weave, and most black men don't.
Because it almost got you killed a couple weeks ago talking about black women weave.
But see, but do you see what I'm saying though? Mm-hmm. Anybody that knows themselves, like yourself, you are very. People look at you and they say, "Wow, what makes you beautiful is your Afrocentric and your knowledge of self." I have knowledge of self. Mm-hmm. So what Tommy's saying, half the shit he said, you're right, is bullshit. But you
75%.
Well, that's your opinion. But again, an educated man is going to say, okay, I see what he's trying to say right there. I'm going to take that out of there and whatever. Don't sit here and tell me everything that this man is saying is wrong.
Not everything, but listen.
Delivery.
If black people, and see, Tommy is not interested in the unification of black people.
Of course not.
He's not.
Of course not. But you're smart enough to know that.
Okay, but I'm saying.
And most of you women out there are smart enough to know that.
He has a large. Listen, I always say this too about black men who talk about they don't like black women, they don't want to be black women. Mm-hmm. Listen, we ain't trying to be with you either.
Right.
But we're not trying to change your mind. However, I think we need to get crystal clear that it is going to take black women and black men to unify in order to get out of this. Because at the end of the day, up the road sometime soon, both of our black asses are going to be on the plantation. Listen.
But here's my point. And I agree with what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, don't sit there and mess with this man's hustle. You can mess with it if you want.
I ain't messing with his hustle.
Wait. But yet you have talk shows, The View, and all these bullshit women talk shows that downgrade men. and all this other bullshit. Oh, but that's okay. But this man's doing what he's doing, and you guys have a problem with it. But we let you guys do what you guys want to do.
Okay, listen.
Come on,
now. I don't watch TV. I don't watch any of those.
I only watch TV for my research for the show.
Yeah, right. Jerry's spending on no damn research.
That's real life.
But I mean, I can't think of anybody in modern day history. I can't even really recall white people out in the open talking about black women the way Tommy does.
Okay.
And so,
what is the difference between Tommy Sotomayor and Steve Harvey? What's the difference?
The difference is Steve Harvey is allegedly trying to educate black women, or not even black women, because he don't even come from a color standpoint, but women on how to deal with men and how to, I guess, get the prize, which is a ring and all this other stuff. Oh, so you're going to listen to a guy that agrees with a racist president and gets a side chick. It's delivery, baby. Delivery.
Exactly. In both situations. You see what I'm saying?
So I guarantee you, Steve Harvey got on his show and started calling black women bitches and hoes, and he would be a thing no longer.
Exactly. And I agree with you. It's all about Tommy's delivery. But here's my point. You ladies out there and you men out there, I believe, just like I believe, you are smart enough to decipher the bullshit from the real. Don't sit there and tell me, oh, no. All you're doing is making him more relevant by complaining about him or highlighting him.
You know what propaganda is?
Yes, I did.
So that's what he is. He uses propaganda to sell
all
his
the way
audience
to the bank.
Yeah, I mean, so let's just be honest with that. And I hate that we even continue to talk about Tommy. But I guess what I was just trying to, appeal to you to reach out to Teresa Martin, but you won't do it.
I won't do that. Because that's a woman that will not listen.
Okay, but then we're no better than a Tommy. Well, you might like the comparison to Tommy. We're no better than Tommy if we.
That's right, girl. He cooning too. That's right.
But if we sit up and talk about her without trying to offer a solution, because I'm not.
I've offered a solution.
Listen,
she needs to sit in the fucking background and remain silent. and let her lawyers.
But who are we to tell this woman that?
Then what are you talking about?
Okay, listen. Who are we to tell her how to handle her business and to grieve and all that? Who are we really?
I'll tell you who we are. When you are on live, and you're putting your business out there, it is now my business to criticize what you're doing.
So go to her inbox, goddammit.
No,
and tell
watch
her
this
what
damn show. Sit your ass in the background and lay low and let your lawyers do the work. If an activist wants to go out there and protest, let the activist do that. You need to sit back and grieve for your child, or at least give the appearance. Because what you're doing, it doesn't look to me or a lot of other people that you're grieving at all. It doesn't look like that at all.
I mean, what does it look like to grieve?
I don't know, but when you're out there dancing and shooking, and I haven't seen her shed a tear once. And I'll give you a better example. The young lady, Ashanti Billy. Look at the difference in how her mother reacted versus this mother. I can give you 100 versions of mothers that had some form of reaction and tear, not just bastards.
Oh, now see, you wrong for that. You are going straight up to hell, straight down to hell.
I'm just saying.
Okay, but listen. Have you ever seen me cry over the death of my mom?
Yes.
You never seen me cry.
Yes,
she had one tear over it. You lying. Donna was lying.
I've seen it.
But I've
seen it in your eyes.
You've never seen me
I've
cry.
seen it in your eyes. When your mom was cursing you out in the car and you would come over here crying.
But after she died, you have not seen me shed a tear. And trust me, I have grieved. So, but I'm just, in public, it's something that it's like a switch.
But the point is, I don't see you out here juking and doing all these things.
There's a video that Amanda has that after the funeral we was
that's in our culture. We do that a lot, but we don't do it in a public setting to where you know what I'm saying.
I know what you say. I'm just just giving you a hard time, but I don't know. I do think that we should start reaching out to one another. I know that you've done it because you've done it before to people in our community. Listen, young brother, if you want to have more people sign the petitions, this is what you need to do.
I would do that if I could see her in person or whatever, but I'm not in Chicago. I'm in Southern California.
I'm going to give you your address.
So you don't need to give me her address.
Say, hi, Donna.
No, because I don't want her killer husband stalking me.
You know
while
what?
I'm up.
You just
I don't want that. Because then I'll be stuck in Chicago
on the case. Give a black woman a break. Can we get a national holiday called Give a Black Woman a Break Day?
Damn, y'all got the child support. Y'all got all the pussy. What else do y'all need?
We need y'all to give us a break.
Anyway.
We need y'all to treat us like the Dolphins coach did when he was snorting the cocaine to his chocolate boo mama.
Anyway.
That's how we need y'all to treat us.
Anyway, it is my opinion that at this point, she needs to lay back and let the process do itself out, listen to your lawyers, and lay low. That would have to adjudicate damages in this case. That, what I'm seeing on social media, would affect what I think she deserves.
Her actions have nothing to do with the death of her child.
No, it has nothing to do with the death of her child. But what I'm saying is, it does play.
You would probably be on one of those To Kill a Mockingbird juries. You could be on the first Rodney King jury.
No, O.J. is not guilty.
Yeah, you'd be on the first Emmett Till's jury. Yes. That's the jury you would be on, okay?
Really?
Yeah, really?
Come on, I'm an independent thinker.
Why, you know?
No, what I'm saying is, but that does play, because like I said, we don't know what kind of jury she's going to get. And that's what I'm thinking about legally. Like I said, look, they don't want us to have anything anyway.
Right.
And what I'm saying is, this thing took place in Rosemont, which, from my understanding, there ain't a lot of black people that live in the Rosemont area.
It sounds like it's pretty affluent.
Yes. So her jury of her peers, the crime took place there. That's most likely where the damages are going to take place. I'm just speculating. I think
the hotel would just settle.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if it came to it, she needs to lay low. Bottom line is, she needs to lay low.
And trust me, you're talking, I know what you're saying. I would just,
yeah, I'm going to kick your ass after this. If I don't take no shit from them, I don't take no shit from you.
I mean, I'm in PR, so I do get that, appearance is everything. Yeah. What you say.
She needs to be like to me, she needs to be like a hurting mom and a tears. Because,
I think she's hurting.
I have no doubt she is. But then again, when you're raised in that environment, just another nigga did. And you just keep it pushing.
Unfortunately, that is true. But again, that's why I say we're going to love the skin we're in. We need to stick together.
We do.
We got to stick together and put on, because no other, this is the part that really pisses me off to the highest of positivity. It does. No other race does their man and woman the way we do. And of course, that is conditioning from slavery. We've learned that, and we've continued on in the degradation. Did I say it right?
Yes, degradation.
Of each other.
Yes.
We've continued that, and it's getting worse.
And guess what? You women are dancing to these songs. You're calling each other bitches. You guys are falling right into the trap.
And we're dancing to the songs that you guys are making.
Right.
So we need to stop doing that, because as I said a minute ago, when the cotton gets high, Tommy gonna be there too.
Right. Somebody's got to pick it.
We all gonna be there.
No. I'm gonna be in the house. I'm gonna be in the house. All Negroes that served in the military will be exempt.
No, you're gonna be in the field.
No, all Negroes that served in the military shall be exempt. So, because we've already been trained. So go ahead.
Which is why they gonna do away with your ass first, okay? They know how to get us.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is, and don't get me wrong, if you don't care for Tommy, fine, don't care for him. Don't give him any relevance. But at the same time, you're intelligent enough to know the topic that he's talking about, what to pull out of that topic. Like I said, when he brought things,
I prefer not to listen to him.
And that's fine. Then don't listen to him and don't give him no relevance. That's what I'm saying. But me, I choose to listen when he puts up certain stories. Not all stories, but certain stories. Why are women going to jail for stealing weed? It's ridiculous. You're beautiful the way you are.
We are going to jail, not weed, because I ain't never wore no weed. But just stay tuned next week. I got something for you.
Right. But my point is,
we are going to jail for stealing weed, for one, because we know we don't have knowledge of self. My shirt says, as I said earlier, real wealth is knowledge of self. We don't have real knowledge of self. Another thing, as Little Kim alluded to, and a lot of people like to make fun of her, is that we are trying to appeal to our black man who has ran over to be with Becky. So we feel like the more European we look, the more acceptable you guys will be to you guys. We feel like, not me, but I'm speaking overall for black women, that's how some of us feel.
Sure.
And some of us just like to wear blonde hair.
Looking like a Morlock from the Time Machine.
That's your opinion.
If those of you don't know what a Morlock is, take a look at this. That's a Morlock.
That's a damn shame. It really is, okay?
Now, did you get the same impression that I get when I see a beautiful black sister?
You crazy.
And then she puts a blonde hair on, dark chocolate skin there, beautiful chocolate skin, and then you put a blonde wig on, because number one, if it's blonde up here, it should be blonde down here too. Number two, you look like a warlock. And that is why we laugh when you pass us.
Oh, God.
Or if you got tattoos all over yourself.
What are they doing
Wait,
it for?
and if you got tattoos all over yourself, you look like a walking hepatitis C victim.
Who are they doing it for?
I have no idea, because
They're doing
you
it
are
for you.
beautiful. No, they're not doing it for me, because you're beautiful the way you are. That's why me and Afro Thunderlocks will be getting busy.
Well, they do it because, again, like I said, there is some knowledge of knowledge of self, rather, that's lacking.
Right.
But
low self-esteem.
society has told black women, in order for you to be acceptable, we
Doesn't
can talk
mean
about
it's
this
true.
The Dove ad with the Dove soap
Right.
campaign
Does
and
not
how black
mean it's
women
true.
were morphing into a white
It
woman.
does not mean it's true.
We know that it's
just
not.
because a rapper is putting tattoos all on his face and he's an entertainer doesn't mean you can do it and you're going to be successful as that rapper. Lil Wayne or little gay guy or whatever your name is, that's what he does to distinguish himself from somebody else. You doing it, how are you 6'7", 320 pounds, and you got your hair twisted like that is fucking cute? It isn't.
I always say this: if you are not a role model to your own child, somebody else will be. And you may not like who that person is.
Right.
And so it comes from us to teach our children who they are. I think by far we are the only group of people, and that's changing.
Okay.
But for right now, we are the only group of people who send our children to school and don't tell them who they are before they get there. I always tell the story about my daughter when I went to parent back to school night or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was during St. Patrick's Day. My daughter came pulled me by the hand and said, "Mommy, which leprechaun is mine?"
Mm-hmm.
I knew right off the bat which was my baby's, the brown leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.
She drew that thing brown like herself.
Right.
She didn't draw it pink.
Right.
So we got to teach our kids who they are, where they come from, and that no other race, because other races do it, so there's no shame in it, is better than you. You are not inferior.
Right.
God is not shortchanged
Well,
you
how
to take a
could,
back
how
seat
could
to nobody.
kids even come to that conclusion when civilization was started with us?
Because we stopped teaching that. For one, after the Middle Passage, when we brought to slavery, all of that was beaten, literally beaten.
No, we
out
understand
of us.
that, but what I'm saying is when we are literally raising our children in Chirac in these environments, and we don't care.
We used to care.
No, to get out of that environment or whatever. And that's another thing that Tommy talks about.
Mm-hmm.
How can you say you love your children and yet you do nothing to get them out of certain environments?
Do you know before integration happened that we used to care?
Yes, I know.
Do you know that before that we
Remember,
used to live
we
in those
are the
neighborhoods?
first generation to experience the integration
Right.
mess.
But do you know that we used to live in those neighborhoods and we didn't have the problems that we do now?
Do you know right now, and these are for the ignorant Negroes that are leaving stupid comments on my page, I'm deleting your ass.
He won't delete you.
What they're doing right now, you might live in Chirac. What they're going to do is they're going to price you out of that fucking neighborhood, and they're going to do gentrification.
It's already taking place.
And they are going to build that area up, because right here where we're talking from, there was an area called the Riverside Plaza.
Oh yeah.
That was run down and dilapidated. The niggas were it was just horrible. They gentrified it. Now you go there, it is one of the upscale places to go in Riverside for restaurants. I mean, everything. It's like a little village there now.
Well, I would also say it wasn't due to black people.
No,
that
but I'm
did
just
that.
saying.
Right, but yeah.
They had let the thing run down, and that's where a lot of the black folks had lived, and in that area.
Yeah, well,
Montgomery Ward, remember that?
Yes, I do. We better wake up. That's all I got to say. We got to wake up. I would just impress upon anybody black who is on the fence of thinking racism is not as bad as it used to be.
Please, it's worse.
We just need to get over it. All white people aren't bad, and we don't say that all white people are bad, first of all. But I would just impress upon you to go to your local comment section of any Fox News post on Facebook and see how a lot of white people think about your black ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's not me. It's not Donovan. Go and look.
Mm-hmm.
Go and look, and you will see how they feel about you. There's no secret.
No
They
secret.
don't give no damns about you as a black person.
Right, and that neighborhood that you live in that you think is a hellhole. Number one, if you teach your kids to pick up the goddamn trash, just because you live in a so-called ghetto, whatever you want to call it, Chirac or whatever, doesn't mean it has to be filthy. So, but that land that you're sitting on, that's some valuable land, and they want it.
And they're getting it.
And they're getting
we
it.
better get right. And like
better,
they say, buy back the
yes.
block and stop getting at each other's throats. Stop letting people, no, that's you. Stop letting people like Tommy drive a bigger wedge in our communities. Black men and women need each other at the end of the day. Asian men and women are together. Mexican men and women are together. White men and women are together.
Love your damn self, women.
Well, how about that's where it starts. We don't have a love of self, so we can't love each other. And plus, we keep hearing about how no good we are and how you should just go on and get you a Becky. Oh, and Asian women don't do this. They love black men.
I may talk about getting a Becky, but I am still dedicated to my black woman.
You're a black woman. There's plenty of good black women out there for you.
Yeah, your sister got me as a side dude. What is that about? What is that about? I'm not complaining.
As a side dude.
I'm not complaining, but damn. Yeah.
There's plenty of good black women out there. Plenty.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially since, you guys are waiting on these guys in prison. They ain't going to be out in 15 years. No, we ain't waiting on
them. Those are women with low self-esteem and no knowledge of self.
Right, and I'm going to tell you this. When a woman has a child of a guy that is a gangster or wannabe gang, because you guys aren't even real gangsters, whatever, you're not even getting my attention. So that's not attractive to me at all.
Right, don't surround yourself with women like that.
Exactly. So, people say, well, give me a chance. No, I don't.
Get you a woman from the church.
No, those are the worst ones. Freaks. And then you got these like Teresa Martin ones. You're from the church, but you're cursing up every other storm.
Wow.
So I'm not going to do that. But what I'm saying is there are good men out there. But the thing is, at the same time, you got to be careful of the decisions you make and how you teach your daughters and how they select men.
I totally agree.
And the reason, like I said,
totally agree.
I don't want to be around a woman that has a son that is a child of a gangster, because there comes problems with that. Because when that guy comes out, I'm going to have to deal with that.
Right. I totally agree.
So that's where that's at. So we got to do better as a people, man and woman.
Yep. We need each other.
So I'm going to leave it at that. Please, you guys, check out DK. Sundays, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. She be talking the real. A lot of people saw her show. It's off the chain. Check her out. She's live. She tells you what's going on. Look her up on Facebook. Demetra K, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm usually there with her, and she talks the real topics. Anything that you're coming up with this weekend that we can get a sneak peek?
It's still a surprise. I don't know it sometimes to the last moment.
Okay, so she'll do it at the last moment. But 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. Check out the Hot Seat on Thursdays. We still do that as well. Join me for the Donovan Sadiq Show. Mad Max is back, and again, she brings a lot of energy to it. We love Max and things like that. And also, Tay the Wild Wilder is also back after a hiatus.
Yay!
And she's going to be a lot closer and participating a little bit more, because now she's be doing a lot of work from home, which is really good for her. Ooh. She doesn't commute. So if those of you guys, this has been Loving the Skin I'm In. DK in the house, Donovan Sadiq. Join us. Comment, share, whatever you do. Do not leave no dumbass comments, because I will delete your ass. And that is no lie.
All right.
And that's it. We'll talk to you guys next week.